Excuse me, it wasn't like Tim Tebow drove them down the field like he's the second coming of Joe Montana.
Yes,
you need to stop it. Excuse me.
Yes, he did.
He's not even the second coming of John Elway.
I think he's approaching John Elway. He's off to a great start to catch John Elway.
Hold it. He's approaching John Elway?
So good.
The city of Denver, are you trying to tell me that you would sit there with a straight face and compare him and allow Skip Bayless to put John Elway and Tim Tebow in the same sentence? Would y'all allow that, Denver?
And yes.
Wow. Traitors.
Stephen A., what did you think of Tebow's play? It was worse than unconstitutional. It was blasphemous, to be quite honest with you. But I will say this, because we once thought all he does is win games. All he does is unleash. All he does is win games. All he does is win. Really? No, he does not. So I don't ask you to agree. Just listen. Zip it, okay? All he does is win the AFC West. And I must point out, before I get to what happened yesterday, we're talking about Skip Tebow. It's your fault. Oh, it's your fault. It's not Tim Tebow. I'm not talking about Tim Tebow. I'm talking about your fault. Your fault. You did this to him. The Pittsburgh Steelers, what they're going to do to this boy this weekend, it's going to be criminal. Oh, it's going to be criminal. Oh, my Lord. So it's going to be bad. Very bad. Skip, what do you have to say to Stephen A.? It's bad enough that Tebow did what he did, but to do it against my Steelers, I can't even recall something in my career that makes me feel worse than this. Okay, good. I'm glad. That makes me feel better. Let me educate you. I'm sure you are glad.
Everyone get on Skip's Tebow bandwagon. I'm talking to you, Stephen A.
And the crowd goes crazy. A voicemail from Stephen A.'s sister to you. Listen.
Hey, Steve, this is me, Carmen. Listen, so Steve, jump on the bandwagon. All right. And stop being a hater. Bye.
Stephen A., is it time you get on the bandwagon? Your sister's on board.
I'm disowning my sister. Not enough. Listen, shut up. I'm disowning her, my little niece to me, and she says, Uncle Steve, yeah, that's Carmen's daughter. Uncle Steve, you can't be God. You can't be God. Am I being blasphemous by sitting there and saying Tim Tebow can't throw? Regardless of what my sister and her Benedict Arnold self says.
All I have to say is your family has asked me to come over and watch the game on Saturday night. I think I'm going to take my time. You're not invited.
What?
That's the point.
Oh, you'll be watching somewhere else.
Yeah.
Chad, one more time.
Tim Tebow, in my opinion, can't play quarterback yet.
And tell me it was the greatest call in the history of this show, big picture, for me to have the guts when he got demoted to fourth string to say all he does is win. He's a gamer. He's a baller. He's a
really still want to say that? You really still want to say that? What were they when they were keeping him in all of those games?
He was doing it. He was inspiring all of them with playmaking.
I am objective. You have lost it. You're gone. You're gone. Okay, you can't help it.
8 games. How did that happen?
Say he won.
Did I go play? Am I God? Am I divine intervention?
You're shameless. You should be on the Showtime show, shameless. You have no shame, and you're so disrespectful. I don't want to talk about Tebow no more. Zip it. He got beat down, bum rushed, end the subject. We ain't talking about Tebow no more. You are done. You got to get back to talk about real life football. We were talking about some caricature. So it's over.
Should Tim Tebow be a starting quarterback in the NFL next season?
Of course he should.
There's no hope for you. Then you're talking about Green Bay. Is he supposed to be starting ahead of Aaron Rodgers? We won't even discuss that.
Maybe one day.
You should be drug tested.
No, I shouldn't. Maybe one day.
Somebody drug tested right now.
Who knows?
Right now.
Maybe.
Right now you should
How long
be
did it
drug
take
tested.
Aaron Rodgers?
You should be drug tested right on this set.
No, I
That's
shouldn't.
ridiculous. Aaron Rodgers,
I don't think
one
we
day.
can do that.
No, stop it. They should sit
You
there
should be background tested right now.
They should make you take a urine. They should make you take a urine sample right now. That's ridiculous, okay? Because we thought that you were out of your mind when it came to Tebow. That's what I'm trying to say. We thought that you would actually have the temerity, the unmitigated gall to sit up there and say that Tim Tebow was better than Peyton Manning.
Well,
and thank goodness
just
you didn't
quickly.
do that. You didn't do that.
Tebow is a New York Jet. Like, love, or hate this trade.
And Tim Tebow will get his shot at being the starting quarterback of the New York Jets. And all he'll do is win games.
We're 5 minutes in. We've yet to hear one word from Stephen A. Smith.
What I will tell you is, Tim Tebow, to me, is not bad. He's god-awful. I never dreamed in my wildest dreams that this man would end up in New York. New York? Gotham City? Yes, it's Sodom and Gomorrah? New York? I mean, how could you do this?
My turn.
How could you do this?
My turn.
Go ahead.
Tim Tebow belongs in New York City.
Why? I need you to record that. Don't lose this tape. Save it. Save it today, okay? And don't lose it because, excuse me, I'm going to be calling for it, God willing. I'm going to be calling for it in a few months. If Tim Tebow does in New York what he did in Denver over that 7 to 8 game stretch, I don't know what I'm...
Fixing Tebow.
Oh, God, he's actually a subject.
He is a topic. Wake up. Hello, Stephen A.
You're insane.
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
I knew.
I mean,
I knew I'd
do you
grab that
understand?
case on this
Do you understand that? I am at a loss for words. I am at a loss for words.
Why?
I cannot
I don't
believe
get
what
it.
I just heard. 2 weeks? This kid, he's a head coach, hired a damn quarterback coach because the man played for 4 years in college. He's been in the NFL for a couple of years. I want to see Josh McDaniels. He has something explaining to do. John Fox, you have some explaining to do too. Because, oh my God.
John Fox
oh my
has a
God.
lot of
Excuse
explaining
me.
to do.
How in God's name has this kid been around you this long and looked the way that he has looked, and somebody comes up and says, oh my God, give me 2 weeks and I'll resolve. That's all it took. Where the hell have you been? Where have you been, Mr. Martinez? Damn it, how come you didn't talk to Martinez and give Martinez to give you a recommendation, and then you sat there and peddled that to Tim Tebow? How come you didn't do that? This is the most asinine thing that I have heard in months. I can't believe this is actually a credible discussion that I can fix Tim Tebow.
Well, he is the quarterback whisperer.
If this man can fix Tim Tebow, what we saw for 45 to 50 minutes a game, this man, don't you interrupt me.
Would you give him that fourth quarter? The kid was special?
Yeah.
All right, very good.
But he stunk for the first 45 minutes.
And the point is...
And that matters. And y'all are trying to gloss over that, Nah, he stunk for 45 minutes a game.
Not
for
every
at least,
game.
Oh, please, most of the game. And then when you combine that with the fact that he stunk in practice, the fact that he was still in the lineup to stink up the joint for 45 minutes
so you're
a
saying
game.
winning...
It's disgusting.
Wait a second.
My mother has never seen a football game in her life, but she was watching Tim Tebow. You understand? Because why are you being so critical of him? He's such a nice young man. I'm like, Mama, stop it. I'm missing out on my home-cooked meal because of Tim Tebow.
And now how much credit does Tim Tebow deserve for Allen getting the Raiders job?
100%. 100%. Turned around the whole season. Swept the AFC West on the road. And the new Raider regime says...
Stop it. Stop.
Oh, Tim Tebow.
I can't deal with you anymore. I just can't. I can't take it. Because Tim Tebow was so horrid as a passer. Okay, horrid, okay? The man didn't get, most of the time he didn't get a first down until the fourth quarter. This is an atrocity of the highest order. The fact that you could even muster up the gumption and unmitigated gall.
How many levels of gall are there? Everything you just said was egregious.
Oh.
It was flagrant. It was unconscionable. It was on ass a 9, ass a 10, ass a 11, and ass a 13. I'm going to 13. Ass a 13.
Go ahead.
Absolutely.
But Aaron Rodgers is here, and Tim Tebow is... I can't even reach that low compared to Aaron Rodgers. Oh, you're wrong. Yes, sir. Know why he's become the biggest story? You! Oh, it's my fault. You!
That's me, because I believe in closers.
Closers that can play. Not the Tim Tebows that just show up for the last 5 minutes but stink up the joint 45 to 55 minutes. I'm talking about closers. Guys that actually could do it for a significant chunk of time.